What is going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here with our OTC Saturday video. We're going to start today with ILUS International. This is a stock that we've been on since it actually rolled into the ticker Illustrato Pictures, or ILUS, I-L-U-S, back on, I think it was January 27th or January 28th of this year. This was under a penny. In fact, this thing ran from dubs to ran all the way up to almost 19 cents. If we take a look at this chart here, in fact, on Friday, we had a great day, closed up almost 9% at 0.155 or 15.5 cents. I want to take a peek at the chart here. We had 39 million in volume, so a great volume day. If we take a look here, basically we had a double bottom. This thing came really close to touching 4 at the beginning of June, double bottomed and broke 4 right around here in the beginning of mid-August, and ever since then we've been on a tear. If you're looking to get into this position, if you don't have a position, I mean, obviously we've been talking about ILUS since way back here, you know, way back before this thing even took its run. But if you're looking to take a position, I think we might get a little bit of a pullback before we break out and break these highs. We still have a lot of news coming. We still have a European deal, a lot more stuff coming with American news, drone acquisitions, drone deals. I mean, all kinds of different things going on with this company, share reduction. So a whole plethora of things going on, catalyst galore coming up. So again, this is still my top play in the OTC. I don't think this is going to be an OTC for very long. I think a year from now we might be talking this company is positioning itself to uplist. So ILUS, definitely one of my favorite positions. In fact, my top long in the OTC. Again, I don't think 15.5 cents is bad. I think ultimately it goes higher, but I think you might be able to get a little bit of a better price. I'd be looking anywhere maybe around 14.5 cents on a pullback. Again, this thing is a little bit of a lower float OTC. It gets a little thin and can have some volatile swings. So you know, you don't want to let it get away from you. If this thing starts breaking 15 cents, you know, 16 cents, you might want to take a small position and wait for a pullback. But I think we get a little bit of a pullback, and you know, again, ultimately, I think this thing breaks $1 a year from now, if not much better. So very high on ILUS International. Second stock is another one we've been talking about for quite some time. This is FERN Corporation, FERN. Closed on Friday at 0.0219. Had a huge day. This thing was up almost 18% on Friday. Had 102 million volume. Absolutely monstrous volume. We take a look here. The chart is absolutely fabulous. I would again, just as the last play ILUS, I would be taking a little bit of precaution. And if you don't have a position and you're looking to take a position in this play, I do think a breakout is imminent of these you know, high twos, the 269 highs. I think that's imminent. It's gonna come. I don't know when. We're looking for a catalyst of a merger, possibly coming sometime in mid-November. So we still have quite some time, you know, about 2 months, maybe a month and a half before we get this acquisition news. It could come early. I do think this thing does break those highs prior to that. I'm very high on FERN. This thing has definitely, it basically has joined ILUS as one of the very few long positions in my portfolio. In fact, we had a video calling this out as a possible 1,000%, you know, summer swing play right here at, I mean, this thing was 0.0040 was the low on that day, but it closed at 0.0048. I mean, you look at the run it's had a significant pullback where you could, you know, add, but I would be looking for a little bit of a pullback here to add to my position, or if I was going to be taking a position, because again, I do ultimately think it does break these highs. I do think we have a blue sky breakout, but I do think the momentum, if we look at the relative strength index, the RSI, this thing is above 70. Historically, when this RSI gets above 70 on a few occasions, it has pulled back and pulled back harshly. So if this thing gets a little more extended and gets towards that 230, 240 range, or even gets to these highs, I would expect some selling and some resistance to come in, and I would expect a harsh pullback. I mean, harsh, when I say harsh, maybe 10, 15, 20% pullback, and then that might be a good opportunity to load the boat for the next leg up. But either way, again, ultimately, if this is a long, I think this thing doubles, triples, quadruples, if not even more, with some of the things they have coming out. And I have a lot of confidence in FERN Corporation. Again, this is definitely one of my top plays in the OTC. I want you to check out Moon Market, his YouTube channel. He's got a great video out describing what could possibly be the next merger target for these guys. Now, this is speculation, kind of fitting some puzzle pieces together. So this is not, hammering the nail on the head. Okay, we got it here. He's got it. It's not it, but he kind of fits some good pieces together and gives you a good idea of what these guys are looking to do. So again, I would be looking for a little bit of a pullback before I took an entry here, but ultimately I think FERN Corporation, I think this thing goes nuts, and we have quite a strong close to 2021 and going into 2022 for FERN Corporation. Now let's turn the page and excuse me here. We're going to go to a stock that we actually haven't talked about since the beginning of the channel, way back last summer, and that's TPTW. In fact, this was one of the companies I covered, I believe, on my first OTC video, my first exclusive OTC video. So we're going to kind of refresh everybody here. The security details on TPTW. Again, this is an OTCQB channel, OTCQB stock. For some reason, it's not showing any bid here, but that's not the case. But 1 billion authorized shares, about 900 million on the outstanding, 788 million in the restricted. So this is a lower float OTC QB. If we take a look at some of the news, I mean, they've been quite active as far as news over the past couple months. If you take a look here, we can go back. They're talking about a smart city in India. They announced Caribbean expansion into Grenada for their quick labs for their the Delta variant testing. They set up a joint venture for a smart city in Uttar Pradesh in India. Again, they inked the deal with Group of India for a multi-billion-dollar industrial park. They also signed a partnership with Skybridge in West Africa for a $5 billion greenhousing and education learning project in Ghana, West Africa. Now here they go over the project again, and this is there's an estimated they can get approximately $3.5 billion out of this deal. Now, whether or not they get that is even if they got 15% of that, that's still more than their $31 million market cap. If you take a look here, their subsidiary in a television docuseries expands their documentary. TPT Asia signs a $240,000 contract to provide underwater fiber optics. They also launched their beta gaming social media app, Voice Ops, and that was just last week. And then also signed Major General John F. Wharton, U.S. Army retired, joins the TPT Tech Global Board of Directors. So company's making a lot of moves here. If we take a look at the chart, this thing has been beaten down from last year. I mean, this thing traded at a high of about 10 cents. You see it just got beat down, kind of based out, and found its bottom here all summer long. Then we got that news of that Skybridge deal, which actually took this thing off. Had two really strong days. You see the wicks on the candle, so there was some selling pressure. Probably a lot of the bag holders that were holding from back up here. But now this is kind of subsided and cooled off, so I would anticipate, again, these guys are pretty liberal with putting out news, so if they get out some news that excites anybody, we get some volume here, this could be one to look at, because if we can break where this was before, we're looking at this 10-cent area, and then it can get very interesting. But again, this is a good company. They've got solid revenues. They've got a lot of stuff going on here with that deal. It's over 10 times what their current market cap sits at. So you know, there's a good chance this thing can really run. So really like TPTW. We're gonna go to this is a play we've been talking about for a while now. You can't buy it now, so it's taken a beating. I mean, obviously, unless you have a foreign broker or something of that nature, you're not able to buy it. As you can see, this is GVSI. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. This is the George Sharp custodianship play. Good vibration shoes. It closed at 0.0406, down 3% on Friday, on about 11 million volume. Not horrible. If we look at the chart here, I mean, this was absolutely a beautiful chart cup and handle setting up until that day where it was still a stop sign and they couldn't, you know, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, and some of these other brokers couldn't, couldn't buy the stock through their brokerage, and it took a big drop. And the sad thing is nobody could add either. I would have loved to add, right around this 3-cent area, but it has popped back and it's trading right around that 4-cent area. In fact, it pushed all the way up to about 4.5. I do anticipate that we do get filing soon, and then news about what's going on shortly afterwards. And if history repeats itself and George Sharp is, giving us any indication of how he does business, he should close this year with a bang with GBSI, the same way he did last year with Humble or TSNP. So I'm still expecting big things from GBSI. I implored you to take a position when you could. Now it's, kind of just a sit and wait, and when this thing starts running, I think it really can get running. So keep a close eye on it, and this may be one you really want to take a position in if you don't have a position when you can take a position. So let's move on to one other play. This one has me actually really excited. This is Priority Aviation Inc. Is PJET. Closed at 0.0109, down about 9% on Friday. This is a pink current, basically a shell right now. I had 13 million in volume. Take a look at the chart here. It's a nice chart, very nice cup and handle setting up on the chart here. The volume's not great, but we're getting a little bit more volume over the past month than we had in June and July. Nothing like we had in late April, early May. But if we get some news, which I'm anticipating soon with the share structure that we have here, and if the news coincides with this thing organically breaking this technical cup and handle, we could have a very, very strong and parabolic breakout on this thing. Now let's take a look at the share structure. Now the share structure, there's only 1 billion authorized, 752 million on the outstanding, about 30 million restricted, leaving us about 720 million shares to trade or float or tradable shares. Very low float for an OTC. You want to check out OG Tigress. That's OG Tigress on Twitter. She has great information on PJET. Give you all the DD you need to make a decision. Again, this is a lot of it's purely speculation, but a lot of the dots are lining up here. So again, this is a speculative play, but with the share structure and what's lining up here, this one could be a very, very interesting play. They have actual possible ties with ALYI, IQST. IQST. In fact, this is a company that I really like. This is a OTC QB company here, down to 52 cents. Really good share structure. This is a play that, we played this thing back last October, when this thing was about 10 cents when they struck their deal with ALYI. But I think these guys have a nice rebound. We take a look at the chart, they've been pretty much beaten down. I mean, they've ran all the way up to about $2, and now they're trading at about a quarter of that, at 52 cents. And I would not be surprised with the share structure and everything that they got going on. I wouldn't be surprised to see some catalysts come, and by the end of the year, by spring next year, trading somewhere near this $2 area. And then last but not least, we're going to move to one last play I want you to take a look at. And this is a play, we made a video about this last year. And anybody who watches the channel or been with me for a while knows this play. This is American Battery Metals, ABML. This one closed at point nothing, at $1.40. This is an OTC QB. Had 2.5 million of volume. Not really. I just think these guys have a lot of catalysts coming up. If we take a look at the chart here, very similar chart to IQST, and I really think, I mean, this is when we were trading these guys way back here in October at 10 cents, and then we also caught them here on their pop up to 20 cents. Caught some more, and then we didn't ride this thing all the way up, but you know, we caught a lot of it up out to right here, added some here, and then, you know, basically ended our position right here. Wish I would have hung on to some more, but been kind of chipping away a little bit at this one. Don't have much, but would really like to add to this position because I really think this is a long-term play. I think if you were to grab this thing now and hang on to it for a year, 2 years, you're going to be very satisfied, because I could see this thing trading well over $10 with a lot of the catalysts that they have coming up. So I implore you to do some research on American Battery Metals. This thing has been a gem with the channel for a long, long time, and I definitely, at the pullback here at $1.40, I definitely want you to take a look at this one now, kind of just, you know, give you a little nudge to reintroduce this one to you. So that's all I got for you today. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe. Any comments or questions, please put them in the comment section below. And as always, traders, let's get that money.